Kingy.
Nah, she
Oh, my bad.
lady first.
Ladies
So
first. So
yeah.
now let us
Hi.
know your stream, what you got going on, and how they can reach.
I stream either in the morning or at night, maybe a little bit of both, before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and after 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me at my stream.
Hello.
Oh yeah, okay. You catch me in the morning, catch me at night, you catch me in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? nah, yeah, man. Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, you catch me. You know what I'm saying? Monday, we be going crazy on Monday. Music review Monday, freestyle Friday. You know what I'm saying? Throwback Thursday, like you said. Tomorrow morning, we going up. It's just a whole lot, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
That part, man. That part.
King.
Hey, shout out to man Ari. This is anonymously Ari. In case y'all just tune in, Ari, that's the big host. I'm just over here in the back. Uh, I'm Kingy or King of Diamonds. All that, like Rello said, we got a lot of stuff popping. Tuesday morning, Thursday mornings. Come check us out 9 a.m. Tomorrow night, another special episode of the longest running music showcase show, featured by the apps called Getting Lit, 9 p.m. Eastern. We also got Gin and Juice on Saturday nights. Red Room Talk 10 p.m. Eastern, and we got a new show by Boss coming on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. So man, we got a lot on the table, and we got Big Ari over here in the cut, and Demi over here, and Rello in this thing, man. Look, we bossed up in here, man. So look, if you see, look, you see a boss, favor boss. Let's go.
Period. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. So I want to go ahead and get started on our first story. Um, as most of us know, PNB Rock was shot and killed. Um, he was 31 years of age, and he was actually out having dinner with family. Family included his girlfriend, who was actually responsible for taking a selfie while they were out at dinner and posting their location on her social media platform. So, by doing that, she got a lot of backlash. A lot of people started to blame her and saying that she was the one who informed his ops into letting them know where he was. So, my question is, how do you guys feel about your significant other posting you guys' shared location?
Um, Females don't think
Well,
the opposite of what could be happening with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the person, uh, females don't realize it's dudes on Instagram. It's probably a whole gang of them scrolling Instagram, scrolling their city, looking to see who they can run up on.
Who they can run up on? Yep.
Oh, they right down the street. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. They
I fuck what
flexing.
they
Oh,
got.
all right. Yeah.
Right, that part. Yep.
you could have nothing completely going on, and somebody want what you got. So
That
I'm a
part.
firm believer. Like if I'm with even with my a platonic relationship or siblings or a boyfriend or spouse, whatever, post it afterwards. We are long gone from the situation. You just never know who's watching. Like you just never
Mhm.
know. Like enjoy the moment and then post afterwards. I know you like your food. I know that it was good. You're excited. Post it afterwards.
You got to
Especially
post.
when you someone of that high caliber
You got to
Right.
post
to
in
me.
the parking lot when you pull it off, not when you getting there.
No, it's something.
So that was actually my follow-up question. Would it work if he or she was to post y'all set location after hours after the fact? Would it work then? Would y'all be okay with that? Clearly, yes.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, clearly.
So,
You can't be tracked.
so
I'm
I just
good.
wanted to add on to that because when I first heard the story and they were immediately trying to blame her for what was going on, um, I later then started watching his previous interviews from months ago, and he actually spoke on this already. So he already knew he was being watched. and he was saying how he's very low key about sharing his location and doing this and doing that. So it's like, is she the op or?
No, but at the same time, I feel like he got to take some blame because, like you said, you've been being followed and people been looking at you and for you. So you got to move a little better. You might need to even move out your city or state. You know what I'm saying? At that point,
Nah, that part. I'm just gonna add on to that. Like, man, that's the quickest way most rappers, unfortunately lose their life. Like in their own cities, being comfortable, or sometimes not even in their own city, just being comfortable. You get to a place of success, and you just get complacent with security, and you just become real lax. And like you said, he spoke on it before, so he should have known. So like Rello was talking about, like, yeah, it's kind of his fault too, in a sense, or whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't be out here blaming her. She already got a lot to go through, a lot going, what I'm saying, a lot going on. So I feel like it's unfair to blame her per se.
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my moral of that story was, this is why it's important for couples to have conversations and understand what each other's situational awareness is.
Hmm.
Um, because stuff like this does happen on an everyday basis. So yeah, just pure communication.
yeah, I'm gonna say one thing about that because I seen something like yesterday. Fat Joe said something about that situation. Um, a lot of the people of influence, the leaders out here in these streets, they need to tell the people below them too. Like, man, he cool. Don't be if you gonna rob him, do that, but don't kill him. You know what I'm saying? They need to let people know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got the influence or the leadership. Y'all need to be leading y'all crews, gangs, or whatever y'all got going on.
Facts.
Yeah. I seen a comment. I think it was Liddy when he was like he told her a few times. I heard on another, I think like either blog post or something like that, where he actually took her social media before or something like that. Something along those lines, like they had some type of, I guess,
So it's
incident or some
been an
type of
issue. It's been an issue.
yeah. From what I was on, I don't know if it was confirmed or if it was true, but that's
But,
what they were saying.
but
Okay, Liddy said yeah.
didn't he share the location first though, or something? I thought he did it too.
See
I'm
that?
not sure as far. I didn't hear
I
that
think
part,
I
but I
think it
do
was
know
like
they
I think it
said
was yeah I think it was like she tagged him in the situation, and
yeah.
they did it like this. She tagged him, and that's why it was so many fingers being pointed at her
Yeah, her, yeah,
for that, for
yeah,
just
because it was like
for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, but shout out to everybody up in here, man. It's anonymous. Say
mhm,
Ari,
Yes. Thank you,
we
Badge.
sipping tea right now out here in the streets.
mhm.
Okay. So my next story I want to talk about, which I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have been hearing a lot of, is Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey. She's actually the actress that's supposed to be starring as the Little Mermaid. And the
Mhm.
movie is set to actually release in May 26th of 2023. And the reason why I mentioned out the set date is because I don't know if it's gonna happen, and I'm really hoping that it does happen. She's been receiving a lot of backlash because she's African American. Keep in mind, in 1989, the classic animation, the character was depicted as white. So this isn't the first time Halle has received backlash. She also received backlash in 2019 when she landed a role in Hell Froze Over. So
Mhm.
back to her playing as a Little Mermaid. A lot of people are giving her backlash not only because she's African American, but they believe that it's going to ruin many childhoods. So what
Huh?
based off of that story, what are y'all thoughts?
Well, there was a Black Cinderella. They didn't like that, but it was an amazing film. But there was also a remix of it, and there were women that were Caucasian. So how is that going to ruin anything? This is not real life. This is not a
I
This
agree
is
with
not nobody's biography. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a little bit wild. I just feel like every woman or every male, no matter how they look, should be able to be whoever they want to be, regardless how that, you know what I'm saying, whether it's a short film, whether it's Broadway, let them get their stuff off. I was gonna say something else, but I don't know. Let them get their stuff off. Let them. Y'all can go ahead. Let that
Rilla
girl do her thing.
Kingy.
Man, yeah,
Right, Amy.
I actually been hearing about this story, and I heard about it for a minute. Since it was announced that she was gonna be playing that character. Normally I don't have a problem uh with people, playing those, it's like a racial swap type of situation. I mean, as long as they're great actors, I mean, I feel like she should be taken, that should just be taken into consideration. If she's a horrible actor, then she's a horrible actor. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just, I mean, it's just the way of the world. It's just the world that we living in. It's unfortunate that people can't look past it, but I mean, it's Disney, so I feel like they still gonna make, a billion off of it, just because they got, that's what they do over there. But yeah, it's like I said, it's unfortunate that she got to go through that, but it's the way of the world.
Agreed.
Um, sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Nigga, that ain't stopping nothing. That ain't
That's
stopping.
why you here, Rilla. Hello. Hello.
Hey, look, that ain't stopping nothing. That was
Nah,
designed that way. They purposely put the black girl in there to stir up some drama.
to stir up, to
You know,
get you
they
right.
talked about it all the way until their film release.
There you go.
So you think she's still gonna have her part?
They knew this was gonna happen. They
No,
planned
they
for this
knew
to
this was
happen.
going. They casted her in this role about like at least three years ago. I mean, she's been cast in this role.
They specifically didn't go get the white girl because they knew this was gonna happen. They wanted to stir up some drama and have the story around it. You know what I'm saying? And
What they're gonna cause is an outrage, and they're gonna get them like, well, all of the stuff like my kid, his childhood is ruined. All they're gonna do is make more money
Right,
for
right,
them. You
right.
know what I'm saying? This is all a part
So
of the catch 22.
I'm glad y'all say that. Do y'all think this is gonna hurt her career?
Ah,
Her?
what's her name?
Haley Bailey.
Haley Bailey.
you want to call her Halle Berry? You
So
want to
bad.
Halle Berry so bad? Just get rid of it. Look,
She's the girl with the dreads. Her sister be
Yes,
popping off with
yeah,
the thick, the
yeah.
yes.
thickness. She's growing
If
up.
you seen
She's
her
the other
face,
sister.
you know who she is. Trust. You
Yeah, no way. Ain't that a Disney movie? Ain't no way a Disney movie gonna hurt your career.
ain't
What's
no
the
way.
this is
It may
the
hurt the person.
Yeah, there she go right there. That's what she look like. You know, but,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way that can hurt you.
ain't no
so you
way.
Ain't no
think
way.
this is gonna what you gotta say, Navi?
Any of them fools talking about it's gonna ruin their childhood. First off, your childhood was 30 years ago. All right? That's number one. How's it gonna ruin a childhood? Your childhood been over for 30 years. Number two, any of these new children, they done seen a lot more. Even if you don't want to see a black girl on TV, they done seen a lot more than a black girl on TV, and they don't even know nothing about the Little Mermaid. Y'all wasn't over there showing them about the Little Mermaid. Stop acting. Y'all was letting them look in their phone. All you people that's trying to act like there's a problem and all that your phone been raising your child. You ain't been raising your child. Stop it. Bottom line, don't it ain't ruining nobody. How's it ruining somebody's
That's
childhood when your childhood been gone for 30 years?
You say a
You need
movie.
to worry about annuities and mutual funds and your life insurance. That's what you need to worry about.
period.
Your life insurance. You need to stop worrying about, come on, somebody. Oh, they don't seen a black vice president, a black woman vice president. You think they're gonna worry about a black little mermaid killing their
About
childhood?
shit.
You better stop some. Listen, I
Echo.
don't mean to rant, but they need. Hey, listen, I'm wiping my behind with that whole excuse. All right, but that's just me though. I'm gonna go back to my pizza later.
Thank you, Navi. Crazy ass. Okay. So that brings up my next story.
Damn,
He'll be back.
did we miss something? We
Yeah,
lost
he
somebody?
fell out the box.
All right, so what happened now? What's the next story? What we got next, man? Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. If
Yeah.
y'all just now tuning in, all right, go ahead and give them the recap of what's going on.
Pretty much, we're discussing all the celebrity news. We talked about PNB Rock and people just making accusations that the cause of him being caught or found where he was at the time was due to his girlfriend sharing their location. We talked about Haley Bailey, who's supposed to be the star actress in The Little Mermaid come May 26, 2023. But she's receiving a lot of backlash because of her race. So my next story is about good old Pete Davidson. So Pete is undergoing he's going to therapy and he's turning himself into therapy he's claiming it's trauma from Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Who is Pete?
Pete is Kim Kardashian Kim Kardashian's ex after Kanye.
Hmm.
You know Pete Davidson.
I
He
don't know him, but
he
I know him from
showcases
this.
on what is it, Saturday Night Live?
He famous for being somebody's boyfriend?
No,
No, he had a little bit of
he's a,
fame before her,
A
but
little bit, but he's more famous for being somebody's boyfriend?
pretty much. He's one of those,
yeah.
right? So, Kanye, while Pete was dating while Pete was dating Kim, Kanye has shared mock photos on Instagram with quotes of Skeet Davidson is dead at 28, basically making threats, saying he was gonna kill him. He also publicly attacked Pete in song lyrics, followed by text message screenshots from Kim begging Kanye to stop mentioning Pete before he gets hurt. So she's afraid that people in the public are gonna kick her butt.
Nah, the Kanye fans is gonna hurt Pete.
Not saying this is that type of situation, but would you ever allow someone to stop you from loving or building a relationship with someone else?
Huh? What you mean?
Because Pete is no longer with Kim because he feels like Kanye is trying to come for him.
Oh,
And
would
this
I
is
let somebody intimidate me out of being
So
somebody I want to be with?
if you're trying to holler at a woman, right? And she got a crazy ass baby daddy or ex-husband, what you gonna do, Rella? You gonna continue to pursue her, or you like, you know what, I'm gonna fall back because
I
I ain't
mean, it depends the level of craziness because, or you know what I mean, how if I really think she the one, I don't care because she mine. You know what I'm saying? But some people just, you know what I mean, got people that's just really crazy about people. You know what I mean? That you just, no matter who go in their life, there's gonna be some trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the level of what I got to deal with. Because some people are relentless. They ain't got nothing else
mhm.
better to do with their life than to try to mess up what you got going on.
facts.
That's true.
How you
Some,
feel about it, Demi?
Um, I do agree with Liddy there. Like some heartbreak just ain't worth it. There's certain things I am not going to sign myself up for. But also with this situation, I don't know too much about it, but everybody know how Kanye West, how he does things, how he doesn't. I don't want to say he don't have much going on, but ever since his mom passed away, it's always been,
I say the same thing.
it's waves to Kanye. Not saying he's wrong or right. However, when it comes to a situation like that, it depends on the level of crazy. If it's just stuff like that, I kind of tune that stuff out. Like, I can really tune it out because what you saying ain't making me going shit. Like what you doing ain't going, going to put no fear in my boots. Like you're reacting because you're hurt.
Facts.
You got to know the difference. But if this person like peeping in your bushes, seeing like what y'all doing and wanting to, you know what I'm saying? Now that's different.
They over there messing up jobs. Like you following the man to work and he
Yeah, see,
ain't work no more because you. I can't find a job because of this, man. I can't mess with. I gotta stop messing with you, girl. I can't get no money.
right. So when it comes to a little bit get toxic or it comes a little bit unbearable to live, unbearable to make money, unbearable to be yourself, when it start causing other stuff, then you know the difference. But it definitely depends on level of crazy.
So, Kangi, would you ever allow someone to stop you from loving or building a relationship with someone just because they might be a jealous ex or a crazy ex or someone just who's obsessive with the person you're trying to pursue?
That is a big no on that one. Most definitely. You know what I'm gonna do though?
Something, Patty.
I'm
What you
I'm
gonna
I'm
do?
gonna break the code and everything. I'm gonna be posting them and everything. I'm gonna be taking pictures like we happy,
Toxic.
like we happy as hell. Like look at me and Boo. Yeah, just taking all the pictures we. You hear
Oh, no,
me?
he
Just
definitely gonna put you outside of work one day.
I'm ready.
He
I'm ready.
definitely, he definitely gonna come with
You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm ready.
believe it. You
You know
know.
what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. And he gonna be real. He was hot. He was Kanye. He thought he was crazy. I'm gonna make him go crazy. Cause that's all
Hmm.
really, you know what I'm saying? Like all he really had was a bunch of loose threats and right, exactly, Navi. He was already battling, mental issues himself. So when he posted what he posted about Pete Davidson, it's like, he kind of won that because Pete kind of backed down. Him and Kim broke up.
Right.
And he kind of won that. You feel what I'm saying? So now that empowered his narcissistic brain man, even higher levels of craziness. You feel what I'm saying? So, but still shout out to him. I hope he one day gets some help. Just stop doing whatever he's doing. I don't know. I really think Kanye is a genius. He's just behind the scenes, like doing all of the crazy stuff that we think crazy or that you would think crazy, just to what I mean, further his career and get more money. Cause he ain't lost no money.
He
When
did.
have you heard about Kanye just losing a billion? You hear about him earning more money than him losing some money.
I think
See there.
too much. He got too many. He know too many secrets. Yeah, he
He
just
does, and that's the problem. I feel like he's too smart for his own good, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's
No.
way like too smart for his own good.
Yeah.
Um,
It,
so my moral of
yeah.
that story, y'all have anything else to add before we finish it up? No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So my moral to that story was have all your ducks in a row before you step out into the dating world. It's so much bigger than just finances. Mental health
True.
is everything.
Very true.
It's everything.
Finance might be one of the least of your problems.
Right. So thank you. Thank y'all again for tuning in to Anonymously Ari. We discussed the murder of PNB Rock and his girlfriend being accused of being the cause of that or sharing his location to his enemies. Haley Bailey, starring as the lead actress in The Little Mermaid, coming out May 26, 2023. Her receiving backlash because of the color of her skin. And last but not least, we discussed Pete Davidson seeking therapy because of the issues he's went through while dating Kim Kardashian. My next story is about the rapper Nelly.
Hey?
I So back in 2022, Nelly released the single Air Force One.
I was just thinking the song in my head.
Hello, hello. So back in 2022, he released the single Air Force Ones, and he says the price of Nike skyrocketed shortly after he released that song. Nelly did, however, make claims that Nike made donations to his tour.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever whenever Nelly toured, he actually had like a huge Air Force One on stage with him. He had a huge Air Force One shoe on the football stadium field. Nelly claimed when he first started rocking Air Force Ones, they were $59.99. When he did the song 8 months later, they went up to $100. So he wants residuals. He's asking Nike for residuals. So my number one question, I do have more, but my number one question is, was Nelly the reason y'all started rocking Air Force Ones?
No. That's why he made the song. Give me two first. Everybody was already wearing Air Force
It
One.
was
Come
already
on.
a trend.
We was
It's already
already rocking
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Right. We was already doing that. I'm gonna tell you, man,
Right, Liddy.
dropped the ball. He actually could have won. You know what I mean?
If he would
He
have just
actually could have
that's
won,
right.
but it's like you can't 20 years later with nothing in writing say, "Oh, I did this, and now y'all owe me this." I mean, come on, man. You
I
know,
He
agree.
sounds like a hater to me.
I
Because if
agree.
he really wanted a piece of the pie, he would have went to the office like, put me down. I need to be spokesperson for this shoe. I need to
exactly,
have
I
exactly.
mean,
something.
Because nowadays rappers are getting plenty of shoe
I'm
deals and everything.
rapping about more than that brand. You know what I'm saying? You ain't come after everybody else. It was your fault that you weren't conscious enough to realize your influence. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I told KLD last week, man. We got to stop promoting these brands for free. They're not gonna do us like that. Why we promoting these brands? We start.
Not only that, I feel like as friends, you need to be around resourceful people. People that's gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you around here singing about Air Force Ones. You need to be talking to Nike. They already give you need to be around the right people that's gonna put that in your mind."
That's the trend though.
Yeah.
You about stuff that you wear and you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, what you got on, I mean that is what it is, you know what I'm saying? People do that every day all day. I,
But
I feel like Gucci man should get a share in Gucci for his influence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree. So that was my next question. Do you guys believe labels or fashion companies use a certain group of people to accelerate their business?
Yeah. It's called what's it called?
At a certain, yeah, everybody do. Like, you got to go for a target and you got to
Brand.
see what works for you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in some form of fashion hone in on a certain crowd, regardless of their demographic. That's just how it's going to sell. You can't just put something out here. Oh, somebody's going to buy it. No. Who's your audience? What age group? What's this? What's that? But them companies, once they see them rocking it in music videos or TikToks and Reels and whatever the heck is out here now, of course.
So, and this is my stigma on it, because when they use rap artists, when they use athletes, they don't think about residuals. Like, they just think of the temporary. Oh, let me give you a free pair of shoes. Let me give you a free T-shirt. You gonna be straight. No, I want stock. I want something. You're using my name. You're using my brand as well.
I
Hmm.
mean, at the same time, a lot of people get paid up front. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
So you either got to structure it, you know, everybody got the option to counter the contract that's given. You know what I mean? Y'all can make adjustments to the contract, but most of the time, people just want that money up front. They ain't thinking about the back end. Look, it might not go the way that I think it's gonna go, so I just
It
give
might flop. So yeah, give me all
Exactly.
that up front. Yeah, and hold on, how many risks can I avoid? Oh, I ain't got no risk. I can just get this money right now. Okay, yeah, give
like
me. So that's what most people think about.
Right.
I'm thinking
because
about,
they ain't no guarantee.
yeah,
Everybody don't believe
guarantee,
in the dream. You know what I'm saying?
right? Quick hustle, they quick cash, they quick money. That's what That's what that's
Exactly.
about.
So the moral of that story for me was, always have a plan when doing something. Think ahead and keep, like I said, resourceful and business savvy people around you. So grow and glow. Um,
Hmm.
so again, I want to thank y'all for coming through to Anonymously Ari. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the floor to Kingy so he can share some sports tea with us.
some sports tea, man. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Anonymously Ari. All right. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Make sure y'all pull up. But yeah, man, we got a couple of points. What's going on out here in the sports world? I, how many Brett Favre fans? Y'all, do y'all even know who Brett Favre is? Y'all know who Brett Favre is? I'm just checking,
Yes.
just asking for a ding. Well, man, look, y'all heard about the latest what's going on with Brett Favre. So basically, he was paid about like 1.1 million to give speeches that he didn't even give, right? Okay. Uh, then he got exposed in some text messages with the governor of Mississippi, right? Uh, he okay. So basically, he's been stealing money. How should I say this? He's been stealing money from the poor, from people that have applied for welfare. All right. So they apply just like you in your city. You apply for food stamps. You can't get food stamps. Why? Because they telling you, oh, we don't have no funding. Well,
Okay,
uh,
I got it.
he's in cahoots with the governor, the former governor of Mississippi, for like one of the biggest scandals in history. If y'all have not heard about it, where they have stole at least like $80 million. They've scoundreled $80 million from the state of Mississippi, and that's the poorest state in our country. If y'all did not know that, so just to put it in perspective, 11,000 people applied for food stamps, or not even food stamps, just for assistance, I should say, for welfare assistance, and only 167 people were enrolled in the program.
Are you serious?
So, yeah. But he got caught up from the text messages. From what did he say? And I quote. He said to the governor in a text message, "If y'all pay me, are they gonna find out? Is anybody gonna find out? Like, so he knew what he was doing. This ain't his first time or whatever. Also, it was the his daughter played for the volleyball team of I believe Mississippi, for Mississippi State, I believe, and they bought them a $5 million facility off of tax dollars. So after y'all have paid in your tax dollars, if you didn't know, for a $5 million volleyball facility out there. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's what's going on
That's
over there. Just what's y'all thoughts on that? If you was a Brett Favre fan, how dare he steal from the poor, right?
My thing is, all this good old money Brett Favre has made.
He made
Why?
he's made like 33 million just from off football, not his endorsements, but just from football, he's made 33 million. If you know what I'm
And
saying.
you want to steal. Y'all, this got me hot right here. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't
I
gonna have no words.
okay,
Now think about it.
so it's like when you start living a certain lifestyle, like $33 million is not a lot of money.
No, I know, but
To us,
it's
it's like a lot of money, but to
But
him,
isn't it worth?
when you start living a certain lifestyle, it's not a lot of money. So that shit comes with greed.
I was just about to say, greed can
They
make
get
people do
greed.
some crazy things, man, and that's on every part of life.
They get greed. Ain't no money, no kind of money enough to satisfy them. That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Nah,
That's sad. That's really sad.
yeah, just like you know, I had already heard a lot of shady stuff about Brett Favre, but now he's being investigated by the FBI. Okay, so
Okay,
yeah, he being
so
investigated
this is
like
serious.
like a
Okay, good.
parole. He's now in a civil suit with I believe Mississippi, for not paying the $1 million that he accepted, that they paid him for making
You went
speeches
along.
that he never made. And meanwhile, they paying him $1 million, and they doing all these things with all the money, and turning away mothers with 4 children, and they turning all these people away that really need the assistance. It's horrible.
It's sad.
It's just horrible. You know what I mean? I
I
didn't
a
sit
lot of
so
times, I ask myself, like, how do those people sleep at night? How do you sleep at
Seriously.
they probably sleep comfortable on the most expensive
right?
mattress that you ever see.
Phil, the fuck? How do you sleep at
Oh,
night? On
man.
still
All right, look, we got another sports break topic in this thing. So the owner of the Phoenix Suns was fined 10 million, right? Y'all want to know why he was fined 10 million? Who up here?
I
Can
ain't
y'all guess? You can guess. What'd you say, real low?
saying the N word.
So for saying the N word. So he was fined $10 million. Okay, he was fined $10 million. His name is Robert Sarver. So you know what he did today? He announced, "Oh, I'm selling the team." So he's about to sell the team.
wow.
But that's why they fined him so much though, because they didn't get it on video. If they would have got it on video, they could have forced him to sell the team. So they couldn't. So they put a big fine on him that made him not even want to pay it. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Big facts, big facts. Like Donald Sterling. I know y'all remember Donald Sterling. Back in the day, they caught him on it was I don't think there was video, but they got him with like transcript, text messages, and he was just he was implicating in a whole lot of racial violations of the league, and so hey, I know we root for these teams and sports and all that, but hey, a lot of stuff is still a lot of things still ain't changed. So just be aware, stay woke out here. That's all I'm gonna say about that part right there. And but yeah, that's our sports break right there. That is our sports break. Also, I got one more sports break. Hold on, let me pull this up right here. Uh, have y'all seen LeBron lately? Anybody here seen LeBron lately?
The only time I've seen
Mm-mm.
LeBron, to be honest, is when he posting in pictures with his wife now and his kids.
With his huh?
Huh?
With his huh?
Wife and kids.
With his wife and kids. All right, so LeBron uh went ahead and said, you know what? I'm already, I'm done playing. So check him out.
He finally balled it.
He finally
Amen.
cut it off. He
I'm
finally
happy
cut it
for
off.
him.
So, fellas, if you was, trying to hold on to that, and if hey, he a millionaire. He just said, you know what, I'm finna go ahead and embrace it because
A lot,
yeah, he
a lot,
finna go ahead and
a lot of
embrace
millionaires go ball though. A lot of millionaires go ball even if they don't need to, because
They got the money.
because they feel like I got look, I
I got
got money.
money.
If she like me, it ain't gonna be for my hair.
it's
Hmm.
gonna be for the money. That's why he was like, you know what, I was really just doing this for me.
Right,
Right.
and it's accurate because you can get hair implants. Like if he really wanted to fix it,
What?
he
Man,
could.
look,
Yes, he
y'all
could.
y'all don't know.
Rex talking about some on my mama.
This probably was like this probably was like 2010, 2011, around that time. Man, LeBron was getting two headbands sewn together. And I look, his headband, his headband used to be like this. And I used to be like, hey, where you get them headbands from?
Trying.
Dang, not two of them
Okay.
sold together.
Yeah, man, two of them sewn together. They got like a whole documentary. They got documentaries, I should say, on YouTube. Go check it
Dang.
out. But yeah, man, this
That's
is your
crazy.
sports break over here on Anonymously Ari with Ari. I'm your co-host KOD. We got Big Rello in this thing. Big Rello lit. Demi Goddess in this thing. Okay. And we got you.
What?
Y'all know how we coming.
Okay, so we have just a couple minutes left over. So I want to just go over one more story. Then after that, we're gonna close it out. Um, So this story has been lingering around for some months. What you drinking over there, Relo?
You recording?
Yeah.
Water.
Okay. Um. So this story has been lingering around for months. Will Smith, Jada Pickett, and Chris Rock. I just want to know, what are y'all thoughts on that? Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. Will Smith walked up to the stage, slapped Chris Rock because he made a joke about Jada Pickett Smith being bald, not knowing she has alopecia. Kingy, let's start with you.
Whew. Uh, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I screamed out loud. I was like, "Ah, yes! This is the type of action I like to see." You know what I mean? You know, but after listening to my comedian folks, and them saying, how they felt about it, it was like, as a comedian, this is, your job. You're supposed to be able to say whatever you want to say, and this, that, and the third. But I just feel like he was out of line though. I mean, I'm not.
Chris Rock was out of line.
Yeah, he was way out of line, and he's been out of line. I've noticed him. He always tries to. He gonna poke fun at the people he can poke fun. Feel like he can poke fun at. So I get it, but Will Smith, he just look, he wasn't going that night, and I don't blame him. Like, hey, the world don't like him for that, but hey, I screamed out loud and I said, yeah, like Kobe Bryant doing the. So I'm still a Will Smith fan. I don't care.
I
I feel
mean,
like
well,
it should have humbled comedians to the point where, they really only afraid sometimes to talk about a certain group because they could destroy their career. You know what I'm saying? They really be afraid to talk about these people, but it's open season on everybody else. Nah, if you quick to hold your tongue on them, you better hold your tongue when you talk about me too.
facts.
True,
That's facts.
true, true.
That's definitely
I
facts.
feel like I just wish that he waited until like there was like a little commercial break or something, run up on him and then do what he needed to do to him because he had every right to protect his wife, every right.
Man,
And
that outburst
sometimes
was everything for me. That
it
outburst,
was,
like, that when I saw it, I thought it was fake. You feel me? When he was like, keep my wife's name out your. I was like, oh!
yeah, it's good to see it sometimes, but I feel like, yeah, Rex, I just feel like it was a time and place, like,
Yeah, that was
waited
the
to do what
worst.
you needed to do.
I mean, but at the same time, it might have been the wrong. It could have been the right time and place. I mean, even though it was the wrong time and
True,
place, what better time and place to do it in front of everybody?
Do it in front of
true.
everybody.
I get them. Like,
And
trust me.
then,
Like, if you violate me, I don't care where, or my kid, or somebody that I hold to that high regard. It's whatever. Like, I'm
nah,
ready to do whatever I need to do.
and that's what I'm saying.
But
He didn't, I, he didn't care that it was where it was at because really that was their first time back anyway. They had been boycotting it anyway, so he didn't care about them people.
Right.
It's like from a political standpoint, I get it. He want to make apologies, and now he out here doing X, Y, and Z. But that's how he felt being there. So just imagine, like, you know, uh, the Academy is like that's the ultimate goal as an actor to be accepted in, and you feel like you've been the pinnacle of what I'm saying, the poster boy for what is supposed to be the best, right? Like they ain't accept you in there, so hey, you was already boycotting. He ain't care about them folks. He was, keep your wife name. I'm not. So he ain't
yeah,
care about
and he should. But I also feel like, again, like, I understand like the art of funny. I understand like comedians. Like, sometimes you got to bring up certain elephants in the room to break down, like, the laugh. Break down like the tension in the room. But I just feel like at certain people, certain things should just be um, not even touched or joked about because you
Mm,
just never know
yes.
how somebody is short hair. Like for me, for my instance, I'm talking about it a lot. I'm not short hair by choice. I was forced into having to lose all my hair. So
Right.
it's just like you don't know what that person is going through. You making jokes about shorty hair. It could have been something different. She could have took it a little different way. Not sending it to her husband. It could have been something worse. So I just feel like it's always a time and place for
I
I,
mean, yeah, yeah. At the same time, that's another reason why uh we gotta build something for us too. You know what I'm saying? We keep supporting these people and their brands, like I was saying. Um, and he not they just gonna keep what they ban him for how long?
10
You know what
years.
I'm saying? If it was ran by us or something like that, I don't think it would have been such a strict. You know what I'm saying? Or he would never even did it like that neither. You know what I'm saying?
He would have never made it to the stage.
Facts.
It would have been security on every corner of that stage.
not letting him up there. But
They,
see, I feel like they had security, but I just feel like
it's more
even the
lax.
security was just like, oh,
It's more
it's Will
lax.
Smith.
And
It's
now
lax.
being certain, it's certain people in Hollywood, man. You just like they move a certain way, and you ain't if you ain't on a certain level, you better not get in between that. You,
On your head you go.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it was Chris Rock was said to have been making comments about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith way before that night happened. He was making fun of the fact that they've been boycotting. So honestly, I feel like it was built up emotion. Besides what they're already going through in their marriage, because we know they go through a lot. Um,
hmm
for somebody on the outside to start to come in between and have something negative to say continuously, that could be a buildup and that could definitely strike a nerve. So I feel like that's what it was. And he reacted before thinking. So yeah, that's the end of our segment for Anonymously Ari. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Go ahead, Demi, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and let them know how they could find you.
You can definitely find me on my stream before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, every other day. And I also have my Instagram in my bio, so you can find me there too sometimes. I appreciate